Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Weekly Chording with me, Daz. Each week exploring new music, and this time we're stepping into the early 1990s when Rod Stewart, no relation, was establishing himself as a current hit maker. By 1991, Rod Stewart had already moved through multiple eras, the Faces, late 70s chart dominance, the 80s reinventions, and yet he was still placing major singles. He released his album Vagabond Heart in March 1991, and this week's song was its first single release, peaking at number 3 in the UK, number 5 in the US, and top position in both Canada and Ireland. The magazine The Gavin Report described Rhythm of My Heart as having one of the best first weeks of any record in adult contemporary history. The album itself went double platinum in Canada and passed the million-seller mark in the US. 3 decades later, the song's ceremonial status was confirmed when it opened the 2014 Commonwealth Games, reinforcing its association with Stewart's Scottish heritage. And so much so that when Rod Stewart released his own whiskey, Wolfies, in 2023, the bottom of the bottle featured lyrics from this song. Now, the song was actually recorded earlier by Dutch singer Renee Schumann and in 1986, but songwriter Marc has said later that they wrote it for Rod Stewart. In its later form with the bagpipes, it really speaks to the Celtic origins of the song and its Scottish heritage. But anyway, without any bagpipes today, here's my take on Rhythm of My Heart with words and music by John Capek and Marc Jordan.
They're down in only 200 steel towns away. The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with the words I love you rolling off my tongue. No, never will I roam, for I know my place is home. When the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing. Photographs, kerosene, light up the darkness. Thin blue jeans, running down the alley. I've got my eyes all over you, baby. Baby, the rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with the words I love you rolling off my tongue. No, never will I roam, for I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing. Like the handle of a slot machine, nothing still exists in another place where I'm just yanking back the handle. No expression on my face. So the rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Oh, never will I roam, for I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, it's beating like a drum, with the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Never will I roam, for I know my place is home. When the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing. The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Oh, never will I roam, for I know my place is home. The ocean meets the sky.
Marc Jordan has described the song as fundamentally a folk song with Celtic character. It borrows from Loch Lomond, Bonnie, Bonnie Banks. And bagpipes were part of the demo they recorded and wouldn't play for Rod Stewart that he apparently flipped over it. The song is meant to tell the story of a soldier at war pining for his home and love, again, harking back to Loch Lomond. The war imagery meant that, according to a quote from Jordan on the Canadian Songwriter Hall of Fame site, when they went to release Rod Stewart's version, the BBC called Jordan and said they wouldn't play the record because it was about war, and the US had just begun the Gulf War, and that was a problem. Once the war was over, a little over a month, and the song was released, it was an instant hit all over the world, he said. The partnership between Capek and Jordan is described as one where they were constantly aligned both lyrically and melodically, and I think this song places that very well, which would be why they're in the Canadian Hall of Fame. Anyway, here's a classic for you. Why do bagpipers always walk away while they play? Because they're trying to get away from the sound. Alright, thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, buy me a coffee if you're feeling generous. There's my hour-long live streaming show on YouTube and Twitch this week will be today at 4 p.m., next Saturday at 11 a.m. Don't forget to join me next week for another episode of Weekly Chording at Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time. I will see you next time.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
For I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be safe.